and welcome to the latest bulletin from Haverhill UK News, brought to you by Haverhill TV. In the news for today, Tuesday, May the 21st, one of Haverhill's new UKIP county councillors admits he has been shocked by what he has heard about how Haverhill has been shortchanged in the past by service providers. A new idea of a monorail service from Haverhill to Cambridge has been floated. And the town's longest established recruitment service has unveiled a new look. Tony Brown, elected just a fortnight ago as one of Haverhill's Suffolk County councillors, is already coming to realise the task he has taken on. Councillor Brown, part of the UKIP tide of success in the county council elections, admitted this week he was shocked to find out how poorly Haverhill residents are served in terms of healthcare and transport, among many other things. Councillor Brown attended the first forum of the new West Suffolk Clinical Commissioning Group held in Haverhill on Friday and said he was shocked at some of the stories he heard of people failing to receive proper care. He said it was part of what he now perceived to be a pattern of shortchanging the town by agencies and local authorities. And he said there seemed to be a pattern developing on all things revolving around the town. We had a high street that was pretty much the same as it was in 1975, when we had half the population, roads that were not fit for purpose, and we were just about to get the plans signed off for another 2,500 houses with no real infrastructure upgrades. He said the St Edmundsbury Vision 2031 document offered no real vision, only another dose of what had gone on before for the last 50 years. More houses with a few traffic bollards thrown in for the high street. On the health issue, he urged the new CCG, which has taken over from the defunct and discredited NHS Suffolk, to get a handle on things quickly in Haverhill. And he called for officers and councillors who serve the town to step up to the plate and deliver on its needs. On the transport issue, Councillor Brown has picked up on an idea floated by contributors to this website for a monorail between Haverhill and Cambridge. Last week, it was revealed Cambridgeshire County Council and its partner authorities covering South Cambridgeshire and the city have been looking at possible strategies for the Haverhill to Cambridge transport corridor. Among the options they included was the renewal of the railway line, the first time this has been seriously tabled by any local authority. Response to that move included suggestions of a monorail scheme, which it has been claimed would be a lot cheaper than a railway. Councillor Brown, in a public letter to the media this week, supported the idea. He said he had been talking to people about this over the weekend. He said a monorail to Cambridge could be built for half the price of a conventional railway, going on the figures and design work carried out for the proposed Seattle monorail. This could link up with Addenbrooke's Hospital, which was going to double the size of its workforce over the next few years, and go on then to join up with the main railway. Now, this would be a greener, more sustainable transport system, and it would also be a great tourist attraction and really put Haverhill on the map. And now for some more of your comments in our regular feature, Sound Off. There have been two main issues debated this week: youth provision and a transport link to Cambridge. Hal Revy writes, "There is loads for the youngsters in Haverhill. I could list loads of activities out there. Youth club would be good with pool tables, etc. We have none of this gang war culture, so we're lucky in that respect. Youth clubs have been traditionally for the poor to get the kids out on trips and activities, etc. The upper or middle class do not go to youth clubs. All young people are individuals, so we can't really lump them together." But Sue Longley says, "Anything is better than nothing. But if it has to be, and it has to be regular, not just once a week. Young people like adults if they are not their parents, and the adults that run youth centres have good life experiences that kids feed off." She says, "I remember we had great youth leaders and we loved listening to their stories." The Wanderer writes, "Call it a youth club and it's dead in the water. That conjures up a bygone age in the minds of most young people. Neither should it be a place where various social workers and do-good meddlers set the agenda. By all means, point them in the right direction by providing literature and means of contact for the various social problems some may face. Ideally, purchase or rent a building that requires some work done on it, which the young people could get involved with. Give them a sense of pride and achievement." For I Like Trains, the rail debate is more important. definitely can see the advantages of coming under Cambridge County Council when it comes to a rail link. Suffolk County Council have nothing to gain by providing Haverhill with a train station. Why would they support something that is going to encourage people to spend and work outside their area? It would be great if the opportunity for a boundary change arose. And Fred says, Suffolk County Council has treated us like the poor relation that they want to hide for too long. Bury gets all the funding. Look at the new Apex. They stopped funding the Arts Centre, forcing the Town Council to raise the precept. Then there's the Burton Centre fiasco and the Crown Health Centre. Haverhill really needs to fight now more than ever. Soon we'll be a bigger town than Bury, but they will continue to get all the money spent there. Why? There's quite a lot of support for a move into Cambridgeshire, except from Hal Revy, who says, "What the hell's wrong with you lot? Do you have no pride in Suffolk? Suffolk is 100 times better than Cambridgeshire." The monorail debate was started by Not a Number after a chat with a friend in Germany who suggested, if such a monorail project was pushed forward for consideration to either or both of the county councils, why not build the Haverhill terminus 100 yards south of the Haverhill Gateway, which would just about place it within Cambridgeshire? Then adjoined to this, feeding off the Gateway roundabout, a park and ride terminus with its associated facilities. This would fall on the Suffolk side. And JXB sees the relevance of the debate in the light of new continental flights from Cambridge Airport. Having to drive at least 65 plus miles to get to an airport that has such connections is something that I personally could do without. Stansted is useless, as only cheap frill airlines fly to places like Amsterdam, but are point-to-point carriers, meaning they do not operate a connecting flight service for onward travel, using their own flights or of other carriers. If I used them, I could not book my bags all the way through and would have to retrieve them and check back in again. One reason my own company will not allow me to fly on the likes of EasyJet or Ryanair on business if I need to go to the Far East. So keep all your comments coming by going to www.haverhilluk.co.uk and clicking on the local issues message boards. And finally, the longest serving recruitment agency in Haverhill has unveiled a bold new look at a celebration for clients past and present. Founded 12 years ago, First Stop Recruitment's director Leslie Whiting wanted a fresh look to complement her growing business, which expanded this year. On Friday, the agency celebrated the grand unveiling of its new branding and website designed by Haverhill-based The Design Office at a launch for clients past and present. And Leslie said now was the right time for them to rebrand as they grew and developed the business. The launch also provided an opportunity for First Stop Recruitment to raise some funds for their chosen charity for this year, Essex Care Consortium. It is a charity close to Leslie's heart, as her son Jamie is a resident there. And the new website can be viewed at www.firststoprecruitment.co.uk. And that's all for today. But join us again on Friday, and meanwhile keep in touch, and remember you can follow us on Twitter. Now, here is the weather for the rest of a miserable looking week.